Nobody who the Eagles wanted at the top of their list wants this job. Nobody wanted the job. So here's how it happened. We heard right at the front, and I think the Eagles' actions represented this as well, that Mike McDaniel and Brian Daboll were at the top of their list. That's what Diana Rossini said. I think some of the local reporters said Mike McDaniel, Brian Daboll at the top of their list. So Mike McDaniel wanted no parts of this. It wanted no parts of it. They couldn't even get a real interview. And I know the reports are out now that they had a Zoom last week.
No.
We saw what happens with the Phillies in the Zoom. No.
Zoom's canceled.
Yeah. You interview an offensive coordinator candidate. A Zoom is a courtesy.
Yeah.
It is not a real meeting. So I don't care what anybody says. They did not have a real interview with him. The guy decided he was looking at Tampa. He was looking at San Diego. Or I keep saying San Diego. Was looking at Los Angeles. Was not looking at here. So then we have Brian Daboll, right? So Brian Daboll, not quite as highly regarded as Mike McDaniel, but still, worked with Jalen Hurts, has a previous relationship with Nick Sirianni, and he had a real interview yesterday, we heard, and within 24 hours of that real interview, it turned out that I understand he might want to go to Buffalo if he becomes head coach. That makes sense. But also that he would also rather be the offensive coordinator of the Tennessee Titans. So either one of two things happened yesterday, Ike. Either he did it as a courtesy out of respect to the Eagles and Sirianni, and he never really had an intention of coming here, or they said something in there that turned him off. Brian Daboll also crossed off the list. So in my opinion, my friend, I told you I'm on one. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
a lot of caffeine.
Go ahead. No, I'm digesting what you're saying. Yeah.
Well, because I hear from, I heard a little from Giglio. This is Jalen Hurts, and then I hear from other people. It's the weather, it's the fans, and then I hear from other people. It's Howie. The truth is, throw the fans thing to the side. Brian Daboll was a head coach.
Fans thing.
Yes. Yeah. He was a head coach in New York. He has Buffalo with the bigger lunatics than we are. Trust me, it has nothing to do with the fans. It really is. It's not an either-or situation with Jalen and the front office, the organization. I think it's both. So organizationally, I think it is two things organizationally. The first thing is, if you're an offensive coordinator and you look at the Eagles and you realize they just hired their Golden Boy is the wrong thing to say, but their guy, an internal guy that had been there for 3 or 4 years, the right-hand man of Nick Sirianni, Kevin Patullo, walks into this situation with a broken-down offensive line, a wide receiver that hated the quarterback, a running game that didn't work, and they put it all on him. So if you're an offensive coordinator, you go, wow, if they would do that to Patullo, who was their guy, what would happen to me?